Hey guys, in this video we'll be taking inspiration from a website that costs over 90k to be designed and built. And we will be doing only the hero section of this site because doing the rest of the section will take me at least 4 months. But I'm pretty sure you will learn valuable techniques that were used on the hero sections that you can apply into your design. So we will start by creating our columns grid, 12 in this case. We're gonna keep it 30 for the margin. And that's it. Now let's create the amount of rows that we want in this frame. We're gonna set the amount of rows by 100. We're gonna keep it center, and for the height, we're gonna use 16 pixels. This is gonna help to align text, objects, buttons inside the frame. So we have our layout grid set up already. I have generated this background through Midjourney, which is very clean and also works with the idea that we are trying to replicate. I always like to start designing the navbar first. That helped me to structure the rest of the website very easy, at least for me. So I'm gonna start with basic stuff, like for this menu bar, like items like home, about us, so on. We are halfway with the menu, but it's missing one important element, which is the call to action. For this design, we're gonna keep it as well a rounded button. So start with a basic block and then round the corners to 30 pixels, and that's it. I'm gonna tweak this button design. We're gonna make it slightly different. Actually, some of the components overall the design is gonna be different, but it's gonna have like the same vibes and the same high-end look and feel. So let's start by changing the color background. I'm gonna make it this dark. Since that we want to achieve some sort of light effects on the button, we need to add a stroke. We're gonna up this number to 2, and then let's go for a gradient effect. And we're gonna bring those colors to white, both. And then in the middle, we're gonna just make it to black. We're gonna bring the opacity to 0. And then we have to play around with the angles until we get that light effect on the corners, just like this. Once you're done with the button, just make sure to have your text, which is in this case get started, and that's it. Alright, so things are already getting to make sense on this design. We have defined really important stuff like the navbar, color palette, typography, and so on. And yes, we are not replicating this site 100%. I still want to bring my own ideas, my own design thinking, but without losing that modern and high-end vibe. I have already generated the copywriting with ChatGPT. We're gonna keep it as well left aligned. I won't replicate the exact button design, but I will replicate this light effect, which I really love a lot. The first step is to create a circle. In this case, I'm gonna use this orange tone. We need to add some blur effect on it. Those numbers to 60. Let's repeat the process. Same tone color. In this case, the blur will be lower, maybe 10 for now. Now, there is actually one layer missing, so let's put this to the side. Let's duplicate. Let's play around with the blend mode. In this case, color dodge will be the best fit for it. Let's bring back this circle here, and we're gonna again blend mode and then plus lighter. And we kind of already have the effect generated on the bottom. Of course, we need to still play around a little bit more. We can just up the blur effect on it to dissolve a little bit more the edges. And we kind of have the effect already implemented. Now, I want to tweak this design a little bit more. So I'm gonna duplicate the background of the button. I'm gonna just bring it to the back, and then we're gonna increase the size of the button. Now, we're gonna select the layer we just duplicated. We go in for the gradient effect. We will just, on the left side, we're gonna bring this to 0. And we're gonna play a little bit with the right side to kinda achieve the effect we want. Alright, so I think this for me is fine. We just need to add the icon next to the text, and that should be it. Just take the first 2 cycles, make them bigger. And as you can see, this is already looking more bright, more dramatic, but still we need to make one final tweak. There is one final adjustment we need to do. We're gonna take the first cycle and we're gonna bring the opacity to 60, and voila, that's the final result. Right, so this is how our button is looking so far. Now let's add the rest of the items. Since that we are not really creating a real website, I just browsed through my resources and I found this really attractive dashboard, which we're gonna use for this concept. Alright, so we're gonna place the dashboard on the same spot. Now I'm gonna slightly change things here. I'm gonna create this solid background. We're gonna round the corners. Alright, so now let's add this final boss animation I did on Photoshop. Let me know if you would like to have a tutorial on how I have done this one. Alright, so let's bring the animation to the center. Let's make sure it fits properly here. Okay, now let's bring down this as well. Just like this. Let's bring the animation or the VFX just right behind. That's it. As you can see, this is the magic behind. There is actually one more thing to do, which is adding the shadow. We're gonna just create this solid background. Now let's go for a linear gradient. Let's make both black. Okay, and we will bring this to 0. And we just need to play around with the shadow here. And yeah, that's it basically. Alright guys, so this is the final result. I hope you guys have enjoyed the process. I also read that from the website we are taking inspiration from more than 7 members with different skills were involved to make this website. So I don't think that one person can achieve this type of website because you need a lot of different skills, and of course a lot of brainstorming need to be going on as well. But I hope you find this tutorial helpful, at least to understand how to achieve some of the effects that were done on this website. Thank you for watching the video.